Welcome back to Great Day SA. Looking for that perfect dose of protein, vitamin B12, and zinc, to name a few? Well, you are all in luck today. I welcome Dr. Shalene McNeil with BeefLovingTexans.com. Super happy to talk about this today. We're matching, not planned, because it's the last Friday of Heart Month.
Right.
So this is all tying in perfectly so that we can just help people get healthy meals in their bodies.
Absolutely. You know, I'm a registered dietitian and a nutrition scientist, and so I followed the research over the years, and I like to bring it to life in real foods. And I've seen the science changing. We're really realizing now it's not about single foods for your heart health, it's about the whole meal.
Sure.
And we're focusing back on real whole foods.
I love
and
that.
Beef is a great example, packed naturally with iron and zinc and B vitamins, great for heart health. And there's so many lean cuts available now. I love recommending the tip to find those lean cuts because the majority of the grocery store actually is lean. Trim off the external fat and look for cuts with the words round or loin in the name. That's a great little tip. So a top round or a bottom round roast or a sirloin or a tenderloin. Those are great ways for heart health to keep those beef selections in mind.
Already so helpful for us to know what to shop for. Sometimes you get lost in that HEB section. You're like, what do I get? There's so many options. So thank you for that. And you're really showing us how you can incorporate beef in every meal of the day, starting with breakfast. So some of you right now may be hungry. This could be something that can whip up.
Delicious.
It really does.
And I like this for breakfast. This is a beef breakfast burrito.
Okay.
And protein and prioritizing protein is now a new focus that we're really thinking about as registered dietitians to help the public with. But a lot of times breakfast is the thing that you don't get enough protein in. And beef is packed with protein. Here we're using a lean
smells very
ground
good.
beef with just some peppers and onions. You can add any veggies. And then you can add in your eggs, a little cilantro for flavoring.
Okay.
And you're going to get a really easy protein-packed beef scramble that you can put into a whole grain tortilla, serve it with some salsa or lime sour cream, and you just have something portable. You can pick this up and take it on the go if you're really rushed to get out of the house. You can freeze it.
Sure.
It's so easy and delicious.
I was just going to say, anyone can really do this. So even if you're busy getting the kids ready, husband can help out and cook, because my husband will always be like, I don't really know, you know, the steps, and it's something easy like this. It also makes it more appealing. I do believe in that. And so when the mornings are busy, you recommend maybe even just ground beef, because then you're not cutting so much, right?
And you can do this ahead and freeze it. I love this because if you get enough protein at breakfast, it's going to help curb your appetite throughout the day, set you up for heart healthy eating the rest of the day as well.
Love to hear it. And it doesn't stop there. The health continues with, you know, the Mediterranean diet. I used to work at a Lebanese Armenian restaurant for many years. And I was very blessed to eat such delicious. Healthy food like the beef and the kebabs that they make, but you are showing us you can also incorporate it in a lunch bowl.
Yes, we're doing a Mediterranean steak and quinoa bowl. There's new research out because a lot of people think about when they eat a Mediterranean style diet, so I'm glad you mentioned those beef kebabs, that they have to cut back on beef. But we now know if you include beef into a Mediterranean diet, you can improve your blood pressure, you can lower your cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. So lots of science to support that. I think it just reminds us that you don't have to give up your favorite foods when you want to eat a heart healthy diet. The tip I want to share here, now you can see all of our delicious ingredients. You could kind of customize this any way you want. We've added spinach, cucumbers, a little tzatziki sauce with our flank steak. Now, to get the most tender cut from a flank steak, we like to give this carving tip at Beef Loving Texans. You can see that the flank steak, the grains run across this way. We always say cut across or against the grain. So we do it like this in a thin slice against the grain, and we have a nice tender strip.
Medium rare. Shalene, just how I like it. Yum. And then you can even add other veggies or take some away, whatever your preference.
Yeah, if you've got a picky eater in the house, let them pick their own veggies. It serves great in a bowl. You can make it ahead, take it to work, shake it up, have a nice lunch. So it's wonderful.
I so appreciate these easy ideas, and we're going to keep it that way with dinner too. Hey, it doesn't have to be a nightmare. It doesn't have to be so stressful, right?
We come home at the end of a long day and we're tired, we're worn out, but we still want to eat healthy and we want it to be delicious. We want something satisfying. I love this idea. It's a blackened cube steak. Cube steaks are something a lot of people don't think about, but they're as affordable as ground beef, so really affordable, so easy. They're usually a round cut. They come already tenderized. I cook this in the pan with 1 teaspoon of oil. One minor little teaspoon of oil. Get a delicious meal. I made some zoodles to go with it. 1 pan meal. Quick and easy, delicious, nutrient-dense dinner as well.
I am so happy you recommended all this. I'm going to add it to my dinner list, to my lunch list. How can people learn more, get more recipes? I know you guys have your website, beeflovingtexans.com. Is there anything else we can do to stay in touch with y'all?
Beeflovingtexans.com is really the place to start with. It's your go-to resource for all things beef. You're going to learn how to pick the perfect cut that you want to use with your recipe that you might be trying. You'll get these nutrition tips. You'll learn about the ranching history in Texas and how that's such an important part of the culture of eating beef in Texas. So all kinds of great stuff, and they'll keep you in touch with anything and everything you ever wanted to know about beef.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Make sure you guys visit them at their website. You heard us say it, beeflovingtexans.com.